Welcome everyone to Pineleaf Plays BattleLore Command. Now I'm sure that some of you who saw my video log for the month of April are wondering what happened to Runestone Keeper. Well, frankly, I was underwhelmed by that game, and I saw this pop up in the Steam catalog, a Steam conversion for BattleLore Command, so I thought I would go into and try that. Now, I am familiar with the BattleLore game system. I have played some of Memoir 44, though I don't like the way Memoir 44 handled their system for what you play. It's a free game where you have microtransactions for it. I didn't like that. I like better the model we have here in BattleLore, where you pay up front and you can play as many times as you want. So let's go into a campaign and see how things work. Alright, I could either start a new campaign, I guess continue if I've played any. So let's go into a new campaign.
Long ago, our land was peaceful and prosperous. Our forebears were content, and their children flourished. Yet while dark souls walk the earth, tranquility cannot last. One such soul was Lovar, a shaman of the eastern plains, who afflicted a dark metamorphosis upon his kinsmen, and renamed the wretched tribes the Othukulam, the children of the Locust. The Othuk were relentless, bloodthirsty, as rapacious as wild beasts, and as numberless as the stars. Lovar unleashed them upon the world, and the world burned. Thousands died by their hands, slaughtered on the field of battle, or sacrificed to their demonic masters. Many stories have been told of that great war, the first darkness, and of the Uthuk's ultimate defeat, but few of them hold truth. Ages came and ages went. The land saw Waikar's betrayal, the rise of the Elder Kings, and the coming of the Dragon Lords. All the while, the tormented Eastern Plains slept in sun-bleached torpor. No travelers dared venture into that thorny, scorpion-infested wasteland. If they had, we may have learned that an ancient evil yet survived. Oh, if only we had remained vigilant.
Alright, so it looks like a return of some sort of ancient evil here.
It began on Hernfar Isle, where an ancient Dakan fortress guards the eastern border of Kel. The soldiers at the garrison were accustomed to quiet, uneventful seasons, staring at the desolate terrain of the Rue across the river, where the only movement belonged to shadows and vermin. When the twisted forms of the ancient enemy began to appear, there was scarcely time to raise the alarm. The Locust had returned.
Uh-oh. Alright, so I guess this is the first scenario. An ancient enemy, the Uthukilan, are mounting a surprise attack against the Dagon garrison at Hernfar Isle. The Uthuk will show you no mercy. Treat them with kind. Okay, mission objective, learn how to play BattleLore Command. The 2-round limit. Okay, so this is a very short scenario. Poison units suffer 1 damage for each. Okay, welcome to BattleLore Command tutorial. BattleLore Command is a turn-based strategy game in which you control the valiant Dakan lords in their fight against the vile and merciless Uthuk Ilan. Alright. At the start of every mission, your objective will appear in this base. Your current objective is simply to learn to play BattleLore Command over the course of 2 game rounds. Okay. You can view your mission objectives to access the help guide and skip the tutorial at any time by tapping on the in-game tab menu, which is, I guess, what they're showing right there. Alright. To arms! Commander, the Uthuk have come in force. We must deploy a few men and have to defend the Herrenfire Isle. Alright. And here you see the hexes because everything is in hex movement. And you see these lines here because they divide us into thirds. And the thirds are very important into this particular system. Now we have 4 areas. Each mission begins with deployment. Your standing army appears at the bottom of the screen. You currently have 4 Citadel Guards and 3 Yeoman Archers at your standing army. Note that each unit has a gold cost associated with it. Citadel Guard and Yeoman Archers both cost 4 to deploy on the field. And that is 28, so I've only have 24, so I won't be able to get them all. Each mission has a gold limit indicated by the number of units deployed on the battlefield count. Alright. Tap your Yeoman Archer icon, then tap each of the highlighted hexes to deploy Yeoman Archers on that hex. Okay, so put one here. Now it's nice to put them where the lines are because that means they're part of both the left side and the center. And it's always nice to have sometimes do that. So you have to have somebody on the left side. Then we hit these on the right and someone nice and central. Now tap the Citadel Guard item and tap each of those highlighted hexes. Alright, alright, alright. Tap the continue button to complete deployment. Alright, that makes sense. So we just deploy units. The Uthuk are upon us, Commander! Yeah, I guess they are. Every battle is played over a series of turns. Each turn consists of 4 phases: lore, command, movement, and combat. I don't remember in Memoir 44 what's the first one, or if it just has command, movement, and combat, since lore has to do with spells and stuff like that. And obviously you don't have that in Memoir 44 since that's World War II, and there weren't too many spells cast during World War II. When you have completed a turn, play passes to your opponent. When both you and your opponent have completed a turn, the round is over and a new round begins. Okay, makes sense. Tap continue button to go into the lore phase. Each turn begins with the lore phase. Lore represents magical energies to allow you to use powerful abilities. At the beginning of each battle, you receive 2 random lore powers, and you'll have the opportunity to use these powers later in the battle. Alright. Okay. Tap continue to progress to the command phase. Let's move our troops into position, Commander. We'll show these Uthuk mongrels that the Dakan lords will not be trifled with. Alright, now. In the command phase, you select one command with its order on your units. A unit must be ordered if you want to attack and move with it. Alright, so you can see here, this says that we have 2 on the left and 1 in the middle, 1 in each, 2 in the center, 1, 2, and 1, which is good. That 1, 2, and 1 is a relatively powerful one, unless you absolutely need to battle up in the right side. Alright. Each command shows the battlefield line divided into 3 lanes. The numbers indicate the quantity of units in each lane that can be given in order. Alright, that makes sense. Your currently highlighted command shows the order of 2 units in the center of the battlefield. Yeah. Drag through your commands until you find one that allows you to order 2 units on the left lane and 1 unit in the center lane. Alright. Ah, so you could drag through back and forth that way. Alright, so this is 2 in the left and 1 in the center. Alright on that. Now, tricky thing is, okay, are these the enemy forces there? Ooh, they look ugly. They look quite ugly. Alright. So that's how you tell which ones are which. Yeah, okay, those are the enemies, those are the... That's why they wanted us to do 2 on the left side. And we got 2 on the left side, 1 there, and the one that's on the border. Good. We also have some enemies down here. Alright. Okay. And right, and then I will see to it and then tap the command to select it. Alright. Good. When you select the command, it appears on the top of the screen. Good. You can return to the command selection screen by hitting X. I guess that means assuming you haven't done something like already done something with it. Tap the 3 highlighted units to order them. Alright, I figured those 2 would be active, and of course that one there, because they're all nice and in the middle and going to do stuff. Alright, so we'll tap this one first. Alright, a unit occupying a hex with a red line may be ordered on either side of the line, which is something I mentioned earlier. And in this instance, your yeoman archery unit counts as being ordered on the left lane. You've now ordered 2 units on the left lane and 1 in the center. Alrighty, good. Hit the continue button to actually do the movement. Each of your units has a movement value right. You can move your ordered units a number of hexes up to that value on the movement phase. You may also elect to not move at all. A unit's movement is represented on the battlefield with blue highlighted hexes. Okay, so I can move anywhere here. Looks like I can move up to 2 spaces. I cannot move into that hex, and I don't know why they don't show that one there. Maybe because of the positioners. Oh no, because that's more than 2 away. Alright, so these are the ones I can do. And I guess this means I cannot move into that area. Oh, probably because there's another unit there. Movement can be limited by the presence of terrain and other units. In this instance, the Citadel Guard cannot move through the forest, the building, the broken wall, or the yeoman archers. Okay. Tap to highlight it to select this destination. That way, I guess, so that we can attack these guys. And tap the hex again to confirm your choice. Good. Now move the other Citadel Guard by tapping the hex once and select it again to confirm the choice. Okay. And I'm moving that there adjacent to those guys. And now tap the hex your archers in to... is currently occupied. Alright. When you move a ranged unit in the movement phase, potential enemy targets become marked with a red target icon. This icon indicates the enemy units that can be targeted in the combat phase. If you elect to move your ranged unit to the selected hex. Alright. Range it in the movement phase, potential are marked with red target. This icon indicates that the enemy can be targeted with combat if you move. So therefore that means I guess that means I can attack these even if I stay here. Note that multiple enemies are already in range of your yeoman archer units, meaning that you can order your archers to stay where they are. Tap yeoman archers again to tell them to stay. And that's good because they are at that borderline. Might as well just keep them there. Okay? Now let's attack. In the combat phase, each of your ordered units who has a target within range attack, melee units like a Citadel Guard can attack any enemy unit that is adjacent to them. Alright, good. Tap the highlighted enemy to show who might... Yeah, that's easy enough. And let's confirm that. I hit... right. 1 sword and 2 X's, so that means I only get 1 hit. For each melee hit or ranged hit generated by the attacking unit, the defending unit loses 1 health. Each X indicates a miss. In this instance, the Viper Legion lost 1 health, reducing them from 3 to 2, which is why you saw one of them die there. Alright, good. If the defending unit is not eliminated by the attacking unit, it performs a counterattack. This is only true if the units are still adjacent to one another. Alright, so I guess there's going to be a counterattack now. For each morale result generated by the attack, the defending unit must retreat 1 hex directly away from them. And we went inside the building, apparently. You can view detailed information about a unit any time by selecting the unit, then tapping on the unit portrait. Ah, this. Alright, so here we go. We've got... Okay, combat percentages. So it looks like you have one side with a range, one side with a flee, one side with lore, and 3 that are no effect. There's one with the melee on it, but a ranged unit, I think the melee one is no effect. So they're representing it by the X rather than showing you what's going on there. Alright. Each unit is generated a number of combat results equal to their combat value. Combat results are generated randomly and help simulate the chaos and unpredictability of battle. Yeoman archers have combat of 2 and henceforth generate 2 combat results when attacking. Units can produce any number of the following results: melee, ranged, morale, lore, or X. Most units have special abilities that can generate additional unique results. Okay, and some units have passive abilities. Yeoman archers, for example, have double shot, and this will come into play later. Let's see. Double shot, this unit did not move during the movement phase. It is twice as likely to generate and may perform 1 additional attack during the combat phase. Oh, that's nice. Alright then. Let us... Okay. And let's close that, and let's attack these guys then. Well, looks like I only got 1 hit. Ha! Got their attention! 1 less Viper to worry about. Give them another volley since we get that extra shot since we did not move this turn. Alright, so let's go and try it again. Morale results cause damage to units if they would be forced to retreat off the edge of the battlefield. And it looks like they would be. Alright. So let's attack these guys. Ooh, that's nice. Lore results: add 1 lore to your lore pool. Lore is a resource that you can use in casting lore powers and removing negative status effects. Okay, good. What dark magic is this? They seem to grow in strength even as their numbers are diminished. Oh, that's fun. Blood Harvesters have the Rage ability. For each health it loses, its combat increases. Its Blood Harvester is now combat of 5. Ouch! Oh, double ouch! You've completed your first turn. Tap the enemy's faction to pass play to your opponent. The Uthuk-Yelan will then take their turn, following the same phase progression as you. Will I be able to survive their turn? We'll find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays BattleLore Command.